This broadcast is sponsored by the following local partners.
Optivision, Taco Bell, BCI Burke, Bauer Chiropractic,
Marian University, New Medical Center, Rademan Stone and Landscape, Baker Cheese,
Hopper's All-Star Trophy and Silk Screening, National Exchange Bank and Trust, Everson and Gibbs Attorneys at Law, Pump and Pantry,
AirTech Heating and Cooling, Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Bob's Pizza,
Addison Jones Real Estate, Quest Interiors, Anders Auto Parts, Right Way Home Improvement,
St. Mary Springs Academy, Scotty's Auto Works, Fond du Lac Credit Union, Pioneer Pit Stop,
Spectrum Call Center, Pizza Ranch of Fond du Lac, Camera Casino, Holiday Automotive,
Doyle Family Dentistry, Musa Sheet Metal, Silica for your home, Michaels Corporation.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at radioplusinfo.com.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Ingalls Field here in Ripon tonight for an interesting matchup of football as the St. Mary Springs Ledgers will take on the Omro Foxes. And playing in Ripon is all those Wisconsin Flyway Conference games this alt fall season. This will be taking place this spring. Will be played on the turf at various places around. So we're glad to have you along. My name's Greg Sonnefeld. I'll be calling all the action for you, and little technical difficulties on the front end. So we're all set for our Right Way Home Improvement Kickoff. The Right Way Home Improvement Kickoff, and looks like right now it'll be the Ledgers who are going to be receiving the kick. And back for the Ledgers to receive the kick will be David Mueller and Ike Highland. Here's the long kick. It's going to be coming over to the right side. It's going to be picked up there by the short man and gathering that ball in and going out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And grabbing that short kick there was Caden Blank. So he's going to give the Ledgers field position here as they get started. And under center once again this year for St. Mary Springs will be Braden King, the 6'2", 190-pound senior. So the Ledgers will start out this drive at their own 29-yard line. And bringing him up to the line there is Mueller. Mueller with two backs behind him. Actually, King with two backs behind him, and they go into the line there, and the Omro defense is all over it there, as the give was to Isaac Highland. And bringing down the tackle there for the Foxes was Carter Wardner. So a gain of 1 on that first carry there for Highland brings up 2nd and 9 for the Ledgers. King now again, he's going to give to the first man through again, and that's going to be, looks like it was Highland again on the carry. He maybe got 1. 1, maybe 2 yards, and Gavin Tanner making the stop right up there. Going to call it no gain there on that carry. So the Ledgers now early on here with the third down, actually a 2-yard gain. 2-yard gain, so they'll have a 3rd down and 7. Wide receivers out to each side. Under center and back to pass comes King. He's got 4 men in the pattern. Here comes the ball down the middle, trying to find Mueller, and just overthrew him at the 30. Pretty good throw there, but nice coverage back there for the Foxes was the free safety Aiden Meidel. Unable to get that there. And on the incompletion, the Ledgers are going to be in a situation of 4th down and 7 on their own 32 at the 10:49 mark. And 2 safeties back for Omro right now as they go to punt formation. And David Mueller, the 6'3", 190-pound senior, back to punt. Punt is up in the air and calling for the fair catch at the 40-yard line, and caught there. Caught there is Cade Statura. And so Omro is going to begin their first drive of the game on their own 40-yard line. So the Ledgers go 3 and out on their first possession. 2 short runs and then an incomplete pass. So Omro now will switch and flip the script, and it'll be time for the Ledger defense to try to flex their muscle. Ledger's returning 6 players on a defense that won the state championship last year. Full line, and early on we got a whistle. Officials, looks like they're going to get warmed up as well. It was Cade Statura going in motion. Under center is Ben Wellhofer, returning all-conference quarterback for the for the Foxes. Statura into motion, rolling to the right is Wellhofer. He's wrapped up and nailed as he lets go, and the pass, losing it in the lights there was Statura, but good pressure there inside by the Ledgers. Billy Schrouth was all over the quarterback on that one, and the first pass of the game for Wellhofer is incomplete. And so 2nd down and 10 to go. Wellhofer can throw the ball. He's a really fine quarterback coming back as a senior, son of the coach, which always gives a little higher level, we like to think, of football intelligence for them. 2 backs next to him in the backfield, Dietzen and Ropke, give us to the first man in, and it's going to be about a 3-yard gain. And coming off the pile after that 3-yard gain there was Kyle Dietzen. Dietzen with a gain of 3, and that'll make, they're going to call it 2. Gain of 2 for Dietzen will make it 3rd down and 8. Dietzen a year ago, a lineman and a linebacker, moved to the backfield late in the season for Coach Wellhofer, and now starting there in the backfield. Wellhofer under center, he's going to try to run himself, gets through one man, but then he's wrapped up there in the middle. Nice job by the linebackers, Humphrey and Kaufman closing in there. Short gain there. We'll call it 2 for Wellhofer, and that's going to bring 4th down and 6. 4th down and 6 at the Arlington 45. And we'll have to see once what Omro is going to do here. 2 men back into punt coverage, or punt receipt, are Isaac Highland to David Miller, and it looks like punting situation. Ryken Frost, 6'3", 200-pound senior, is the punter for Omro. Snap is up a little high. He goes up and gets it. He lets this punt fly. It's in the air, and it's going to be Highland losing the ball and down on it and covering it. It looks like it's going to be Omro. And the referee signals that. So unable to corral the punt in the back was Isaac Highland for the Ledgers, and that's going to be our first turnover of the game. And that's going to make for a good field position. Good field position here for Omro, as on the fumble, they're going to take over down on inside their 20 at the 18-yard line. So the fumble here at the 9:17 mark puts Omro in good field position, and they'll keep the offense right out here in the field. So the Ledger defense going to have to try to flex its muscles here. Wellhofer with the give, comes around the left side, breaking through one tackle is Dietzen, and he's down inside the 5, and he's going to be taken down at about the 3. Kyle Dietzen gets that ball from the 18, and it looks like he's got that ball down there inside the 5. We're going to call it the 4-yard line. A gain of 14 yards for Kyle Dietzen, and now it's 1st down and goal for the Ledgers, or for the Foxes. Ledger defense going to have to go inside the 5-yard line here. Wide out to the right for Omro is Statura. Everybody else is inside. The give is on the end. It's a keeper by Wellhofer. He's going to go down. He's going to duck inside. Looks like he got down to about the 3. We'll call it a 2-yard gain for Wellhofer. And it'll be now 2nd down and goal. 2nd and goal. Again, the Ledger's trying to get that goal line defense in. 2 receivers now to the left side for Omro. Ledger's in man-to-man there trying to close things down. Wellhofer under center. He's going to go with the keeper, go up the middle, and he is in for the touchdown. Ben Wellhofer with a 2-yard touchdown run. And first on the board are the Omro Foxes. So Omro gets on the board here at the 8:04 mark as Wellhofer goes in from 2 yards out. And now let's see what they're going to do for the conversion. They do have the kicker out there. And the place kicker there is Cole Henke. Henke takes a big, deep run. Wellhofer, Statura is the holder. And that one nowhere close. So, nevertheless, it's Omro getting on the board first, taking advantage of a Ledger turnover. And with 8:04 to go in our first quarter, our score, Omro 6, St. Mary's Springs 0. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
This broadcast is sponsored by the following local partners.
Optivision.
We've got an extremely strong board of directors that sets the tone for the organization, as well as independent ownership. Very unique for an organization of our size to really be owned by one family.
As the bank grew, our lending limits grew, and so we were able to address a lot of the needs of companies, newer companies. I would say we focused more on smaller family-owned businesses at that time. I would say a strong balance sheet benefits everyone, and it's not just in a bank. It's what we've recommended customers have. I think if everyone has that philosophy, they'll endure over a longer period of time. We have to have the foresight to get our customers through tough times, and all of these things are challenging because we're able to do it.
We have a strong commitment to the success of our customers and build long-term relationships. We earn our customers' trust each and every day. It is our culture, and it starts at the top with strong leadership.
So we at National Exchange Bank and Trust have the size to be able to serve all of the needs of our customers. That's very unique to be able to do that, yet retain the community bank image and culture.
Well, I think we're strong. We're going to be around, always have been.
Field, where the Omro Foxes went just a 14-yard drive to take a 6-0 lead on St. Mary's Springs, and the Ledgers just to back themselves up 5 yards on a false start penalty, so they're going to go down to first down and 15 from their own 29-yard line. An auspicious start for Coach Hyland's squad. This is the 50th season for Coach Bob Hyland on the sideline. And some challenges right off the bat for the Ledger team. Just 5 seniors out for football. Some of the other guys not returning from a year ago. And one of them tonight, Aiden Ottery, is out of action. He's injured. At least that was the plan up front, although I do believe I see him out on the field. So that little change from when I talked to Coach Hyland earlier this week, because Ottery right now is wide to the left. And a little discussion going on with the officials. James Bone is wide to the right. Under center is Braden King. The guys up front, Liam Tucker, the center, Billy Schrouth and Colin Longley, the guards. Kyle Pells and Jimmy Kebby are the tackles. Tight end Caden Blank, David Mueller and Isaac Hyland in the backfield. And we'll see kind of a rotation of James Bone, Nate Mueller, Sam Lucas, and Aiden Ottery in the wide receiver mode. So again, right now, wide are Bone and Ottery. King is under center. First and 15. Ledger's going to pitch it outside. Here comes a run on Mueller. Mueller beats one guy and gets over the 35. He's going to be taken down there at the 37. That'll be a gain of 8 for David Mueller on his first carry of the night, unofficially. And give the Ledgers now, they make up that penalty yardage. They need to get out for the first down out to the 44. So nice gainer there to make it 2nd down and 6. A little more of a manageable distance here for the Ledger offense. They have 2 receivers to the right. And under center again is King. King's going to go to the right, now looks to pitch. And I was going to go on the keeper. Tries to get around the corner. Going to call that maybe a gain of 1. Braden King, his first carry. Pops back up, gives him a gain of 1. And that's going to make it 3rd down. 3rd down, and we're going to call it 6. Ledgers need to get to the 44. Plays come shuttling in. Ottery back in. The senior wideout had a great basketball season. A little minor surgery at the end of basketball. They didn't think he'd be available tonight, but here he is. And he's out here wide to the right. King surveying the defense. Come back to pass. Looks wide. Has his man juggled and unable to haul it in. And the incompletion is Nate Mueller. Had the nice little quick hitter. Might have been good enough to get them where they needed to go. But that did not happen. And the ball is juggled and hits the turf. And on 4th down and 6 in their own 39 at the 6:40 mark, Ledgers look like they're going to have to punt again after 2 consecutive 3-and-outs. Penalty yardage always a killer there. That would have made a 4th and 2 or 4th and 1, might have given them a chance to think about going for it. Back to punt is Mueller. His kick is on the way. High angle one, going to be a fair catch called for, and gathering in at the 21-yard line there is Cade Strahuta. So the Ledgers punt, and will give Omro the ball. They'll start going down to business here on their own 21 at the 6:34 mark. We'll be back here on Radio Plus Sports right after this.
Dr. Shane Bauer of Bauer Chiropractic for progressive and traditional chiropractic care. If you're in pain, Bauer Chiropractic offers unique ways to provide relief for many types of pain and conditions. New to this area is MLS Class 4 cold laser therapy, which can be very effective with treating many nagging injuries such as plantar fasciitis, tennis elbow, shoulder pain, knee pain, and many others. Pain relief and prevention are 2 reasons to see Dr. Shane Bauer at 355 North Peters Avenue, Fond du Lac, or log on BauerChiroFDL.com.
We're back here as Omro's on the offensive, and Wellhofer trying to do the keeper. And nice job defensively going there into the backfield. Making the tackle is Levi Humphrey. Humphrey with a nice tackle, and that's going to be a loss of 4. 4-yard loss there for Wellhofer on his 4th carry. I'm going to call it a 2-yard loss as they mark his forward progress to the 20-yard line. And so the Ledgers getting them... getting the Foxes moving the opposite direction. Wideouts for Omro. Potratz to one side and Stratura to the other. Wellhofer now is going to give in the backfield. Razzle-dazzle play. They're going to try to throw it down the field. Long pass is going to be just out of the reach of the receiver Stratura, and that was Cole Hankey. Cole Hankey taking the pitch and rolling to the right, and that was unable to get that connected on the incompletion, but Coach Wellhofer of the Foxes digging into the playbook there a little bit early, trying to catch the Ledgers off guard. There was nice coverage over there by the Springs defense, and that ball about 3 yards too far. So now big play here early on, 3rd down and 12. 3rd down and 12, 5:48 mark of the first quarter. Omro leading 6-0. Wellhofer under center is going to keep it. Fakes, now pitches. Going wide with it is Hankey. Hankey beats one guy. Tripped up, though. A nice tackle over there. I believe that was David Mueller. Just barely clipping him there at the 25. And falling forward to the 28 for a gain of 8. For the gain of 8 there was number 11, Cole Hankey. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 2. And we'll see once just what they're going to do is Omro. 4th and 2. They're showing punt. But plenty of protection. 2 back, and it is going to be a punt. Punt is a high one. High, not real long. It's going to settle, and the Ledger's going to try to get out of the way to make sure it doesn't hit any of them, and Omro's going to cover that up at the 37-yard line. So Reichen Frost with the punt there. It's going to be a 36-yard punt. Same one as what he had last time. We're going to keep it here on this change of possession as the Ledgers are going to take over, this time on their own 39-yard line. So Springs with the ball on their own 39 so far have yet to get a first down as we've played just a little over 7 minutes of action and no first downs yet for Springs. Bringing them up there is Braden King, the southpaw slinger, who's 0 for 2 out of there. And coming back to pass, going to give it to the second man through. That's Mueller. Mueller's going to cross the 40-yard line. And looks like he's going to be brought down at the 42. Going to call it the 43. So a gain of 4 there for David Mueller. 2 carries, 12 yards unofficially for him. And brings up 2nd down and 6. 2 receivers coming wide to the right are Mueller and Bone. Once again, it's Highland and Mueller in the backfield. Give us this time to Highland. Highland dances through one guy, dances through another guy, gets up across the 45. I'm going to probably give him the 46. So that's going to be a 2-yard gain there for Isaac Highland. Gavin Tanner wraps him up inside. It's going to make a 3rd down and a short 3 for the Ledgers here at the 47-yard line. Again, St. Mary Springs trying to get their first down of the game. Only 1 first down for Omro. They took advantage of a short field off a turnover. King gives it, and the Ledgers are going to get that first down. Up across midfield and into Omro territory. They unpile, it's Mueller. Mueller going to gain 4 yards on that one and give St. Mary's Springs first down by rushing. Not only that, it puts the ball into Omro territory, just 1 yard over at the 49-yard line. So St. Mary Springs and Coach Bob Highland. Highland 477 wins, the winningest coach in the history of football in the state of Wisconsin, trying to get things going here. Gives to the first man through. That's Mueller, and he is stacked up. In there are Wellhofer, and that's also Dietzen. Wellhofer and Dietzen in there wrapping up Highland. Highland's going to get stopped there for, we'll call it no gain. Ledger so far 8 trips, 8 carries in this game for 22 yards. Omro's defense has done a nice job in keeping the Ledgers under wraps there. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 inside the 3-minute mark here of our first quarter on your Quest Interiors scoreboard. And we got a false start on the far side. Looks like Aiden Ottery a little bit too eager there. The second false start penalty for the Ledgers is going to cost them 5 yards and move them back across midfield into their own territory. Ottery coming out, and Nate Mueller will come in. So 2 penalties. Ledgers trying to keep the momentum going here, but now it's 2nd down and 15 to go. Coming out wide to the right is Mueller. Under center is King. King back to pass. No one says he's going to keep it on a little slow developing play. King kept the ball and then was brought down. And he's going to get no gain on that one. Maybe 2. Actually, we're going to give him 2. It's going to be 3rd down now and 13. So long distance once again for the Ledgers. They did manage to get 1 first down. They've gotten a little bit of field position back here. But now they're going to get the wide receivers out wide. It's Ottery off to the right, Bone to the left. Back to pass is King. King looking for somewhere to go. Good coverage downfield. He has a man. It's juggled and almost intercepted at the 40-yard line. He had his man clear, intended for Caden Blank, and as he bobbled the ball was almost intercepted by Omro, but fortunately for St. Mary's Springs, hit the turf. And that's going to bring up 4th down and long, another punting situation. And back out to punt is David Mueller. Mueller is to be his 3rd punt of the day. This time a little more near midfield. High punt. Settling down once again, get a fair catch called for by Wellhofer. Fumbles, but is able to cover it at the 18. So 32-yard punt for David Mueller, and it'll be Omro ball as we come back. 1:16 on the clock. Omro 6, Springs 0. You're watching high school football on Radio Plus Sports.
March Mania at Holiday is your ticket to save with beefy cash incentives on Buick and GMC favorites.
Score slam dunk savings.
Get more for your trade. Plus, an exceptional buying experience.
Discover the difference at Holiday Automotive Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Drive inspired in the 3-row Mazda CX-9. Now $349 per month with 0 down.
Get more Mazda for your money and more for your trade. Plus, an exceptional buying experience.
Discover the difference at Holiday Mazda Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Omro on the attack, and on the first play, Kyle Dietzen's going to gain 2 yards. Actually going to say no gain. The pile moved, but Dietzen with the ball did not. So good job by the interior lineman there. Schrouth and Tucker teaming up on that tackle, clogging the box. Making down 2nd down and 10 to go. Stachura out wide to the left. Wellhofer's going to give. It's going to go around the right side. They're going to give it to Robke. Peyton Robke with his first carry. And he's able to get up across the 20. I think they're going to give him the 24-yard line. Isaac Highland coming up from the safety spot to make the tackle. And the gain gets them out from the 17 out to the 24. So Peyton Robke, the big fella, making the nice run there. Robke, 5'11", 220, a junior, and brings up third down. And we're going to call it 4. 3rd and 4 from the 24. One man in motion is Strajuda, and we got a whistle, and that's going to be the end of our first quarter. So we've played one quarter in the books here at Ingalls Field in the season opener for both St. Mary's Springs and Omro. Our score, Omro 6, St. Mary's Springs nothing on your Quest Interior scoreboard. We'll be back with more right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Doyle Kelly Dental, a name this area is trusted to bring Fond du Lac smiles for over 50 years. Dr. Kathy Doyle has continued this exceptional care with staff who go the extra mile to make sure you're comfortable throughout your entire appointment. Dr. Kathy Doyle would like to welcome Dr. Erin Cole to her office on Fond du Lac Avenue.
Hello, this is Dr. Erin Cole. I am excited to be back home and working alongside Dr. Kathy and the team at Doyle Kelly Dental. I will make your smile my first priority. I'm accepting patients now at fonddulacsmiles.com.
Fond du Lac firefighters don't just fight fires, medical emergencies, traffic accidents, hazardous materials, technical rescue and water rescue, fire prevention and education. It's all in a day's or night's work. Because Fond du Lac firefighters save lives. We fight fires and much, much more.
Taco Bell's Quesalupa is back with its cheese stuffed shell. Woo! But there's nothing worse than overhype.
Here it is.
So we'll skip the speeches and the influencers.
Hello?
Cut the fanfare.
Man.
And the pyro.
Man.
So don't hold on to your seats. We're just here to tell you the Quesalupa's cheese stuffed shell is back. And we think you'll like it.
3rd down and 5 as Omro goes. They sling it outside, caught and on the run, and getting the first down for the Foxes. And trying to see the number there. I believe that was Strahuda. And it was. Cade Stratura gets the gainer. And it's first down now for Omro as they got the ball up to the 34-yard line. So a 6-yard completion there for Ben Wellhofer. And now back into action go the Foxes. Fox are now going to keep it on the run. It's going to be Wellhofer keeping it. He gets outside. He's up across the 45 and out to the 48-yard line. A 14-yard gain there for Wellhofer. So back-to-back first downs here for the Foxes. And they've got the ball themselves now up there near midfield. Springs was in the same part of the field earlier and had to punt after a turnover, and now it's the 3rd first down and a good start to the second quarter here for Omro as they lead 6-0 just at the 11-minute mark here on your Quest Interior scoreboard. 2 receivers wide to the right, Wellhofer under center. He's going to keep, and he's going to duck inside, gets through one guy, gets through a second guy. He's in the secondary, but Isaac Highland with a big tackle, and he's up there almost another 10-yard gain. Let's see what the officials say. They're going to spot the ball there at the 41-yard line, and it is going to be another first down. So back-to-back first down runs by Wellhofer has Omro on the move. Their 3rd first down. This drive began back on their own 18, and now they've come out to the Ledger 41-yard line. First down and 10. Wellhofer again under center, rolling to the right, looking pass. He's in pursuit. Leads, hits the short guy and caught and instantly stuck. We're going to be a 7-yard gain. It's a nice tackle by Nate Mueller. But once again, collecting the pass there is Cade Statura. Going to give him 7 yards on that. The second completion in 3 tries for Wellhofer. And a nice first down gain for Omro. And the Ledger defense a little on its heels right now. As Omro has progressed all the way now out to just inside the 35. Going to call it the 34-yard line. 2nd down and 3. They need the 31 for the first. 2 men in the backfield. Looked like a little early movement. Wellhofer keeps it. He beats one guy. He comes down the side, gets away from Highland, down the right side, and coming down inside the 10 and into 5, and a touchdown. A 34-yard touchdown run by Ben Wellhofer. And from the 34, he gains 34 yards and comes in. Wellhofer with his second touchdown of the game, and a little concern here for the Ledgers as an injury down there being tended to. For Springs is Levi Humphrey. Tried to make that tackle, and he comes limping off the field. The trainer taking care of him, but a 34-yard run by Wellhofer has made it 12-0 in favor of Omro here at the 9:40 mark. And they're going to go for 2. The kick wasn't even close last time. So Wellhofer under center looking to go, hands it off. Dietzen is up through 2 guys, and they're going to say no. He stopped just short. Dietzen got just about to the goal line but couldn't quite get there. But Ben Wellhofer with a 34-yard run has put Omro on top at the 9:40 mark of this first half by a score of 12-0 on your Quest Interior scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Winnebago, Winnebago. Winnebago Lutheran Academy is different than most high schools.
We have a wide variety of activities to get involved throughout WLA.
The teachers are always willing to help and want us to succeed.
The atmosphere at school makes you feel safe and welcome.
Tuition may seem expensive, but we are part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program.
The most important aspect of WLA is the Christian education that is offered.
Come join our family. Visit us at WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
Greg Zonefeld back with you here on Radio Plus Sports, where Omro has jumped out to a 12-0 lead here early in the second quarter. That time a 10-play, 82-yard drive for the Foxes, and they picked up 4 first downs on that drive, and a lot of the damage done there by Ben Wellhofer. He now has 7 carries for 68 yards, and the Ledgers finding themselves down by a score of 12-0. Kick is long, taken up. Mueller's going to grab that at the 9. Got a good set of blockers in front of him. Mueller slowly dances once, dances twice. He's through and going down into clear territory. Going to go all the way. 1 man left to try to catch him, but they're not going to get him. And the Ledgers have used the special teams, and David Mueller taking the ball 82 yards off the kickoff. And St. Mary Springs, which has struggled offensively and struggled a bit defensively, uses David Mueller's kickoff return of 82 yards. And just like that, the Ledgers are on the board and set to try to cut that lead down even more. Mueller got a nice job, collected the ball, waited for his blockers, found a hole, and once he got into free territory around his own 40, he was gone. 1 man trying to go back and get him there was Cade Statura, but he didn't have a chance, and Mueller goes all the way, and now the Ledgers set to go for 2 and try to make this a 12-8 ball game. They've already had the lead. Give is going up the middle, diving inside, looks like Highland, and he's not going to get there. So the conversion is no good, but nevertheless, very quickly, lightning strikes, and the Ledgers go the other way with a long kickoff return, and our score is Omro 12, St. Mary Springs 6. We'll be back right after this.
Signature Homes was founded about 25 years ago. Shortly after we started our real estate business, we realized there was a need for new construction. So many times we're out showing property to buyers and they aren't finding what they're looking for. And if we can't find them what they're looking for, we need to have another option. And so we started to customize homes and really make them specific to the customer's needs. That model has grown over the years. We started with building just a few homes, and now we're building 30, 35 homes a year. We have showrooms in all of our locations. If you just want to walk in and learn more about our building company, we can do that.
Greg Zoneveld back with you here at Ingalls Field, where the lead of Omro, which was 12-0, did not take very long. In fact, it took about 16 seconds for David Mueller, the kickoff returner for the Ledgers. David, a 6'3", 190-pound senior, to go all the way, and it's now 12-6. Ledgers going to kick it off back to the Foxes. Kick is up, and it's a fairly short kick. It's going to bounce, be fumbled or bobbled, and then picked up there by Statura. And he's going to come out there, and it looks like he's going to be stacked up there at the 30-yard line. Cade Statura with the run back of just 11 yards. And it's going to be Omro taking over to begin their next drive at their own 30-yard line. So the Foxes, who had a great drive last time, were able to move 10 plays, 82 yards to take a 12-0 lead. And it's time for that Ledger defense to see if they can step up. Almost all that damage was done on the ground. They did complete 2 passes, one of 6 and one of 7 yards. Wellhofer under center. He's going to drop back now, give it off to Dietzen. And there's some penetration for the Ledgers, and he's gang tackled. It's going to be a loss of 10 yards. A host of Ledgers are in there, led by Levi Humphrey. Good to see him up and around and healthy. He got a little shaken up. And it's going to be a 10-yard loss there for Dietzen.
Loss of 5. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Correction, loss of 5. And that's going to move things back. 2nd down now and 15. So Ledgers have things moving the other way. See if they can have another stop and force a long 3rd down opportunity here for Omro. Wellhofer under center, 1 man in motion. Still holding the ball now, Wellhofer. Wellhofer trying to look somewhere to go. Tried to get up and go through there, but he stumbled. And they're going to give him maybe 2. Like he might have gotten up there to the 26. Good stop in there made by Liam Tucker. They're going to call it no gain. So they hold Wellhofer without any yards on that one. It's going to make 3rd down now. And we're going to call it, it's 15 and a half. We'll call it 15. Ball just inside the 25-yard line. So big play here for the Springs defense. Ledger's going to try to see if they can get the stop. Wellhofer going one way now, dives inside, and he's corralled. Nice tackle in there by Isaac Highland. On the keeper, Wellhofer able to get back up to the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 4, and on 4th and 10, it's going to be punting situation once again here for Omro. Reichen Frost has notched a pair of 36-yard punts so far on this 4th and 10, and Highland and Mueller back to kick once again. I know you'd think they're going to kick to Highland if they can. High snap once again. Ball is off the side of the foot. It's going to come wobbling across midfield and go out of bounds. And the Ledger's going to have good field position. They're going to start at the 43-yard line when we come back. Once again, on our Quest Interior scoreboard, it's Omro 12, Spring 6, 7:07 to go to halftime. You're watching Radio Plus Sports.
Baker Cheese, producing award-winning cheese since 1916. Not only can you find fresh Baker cheese at your local grocer, make the short drive to their in-house country cheese store. Over 100 varieties of other cheeses from the best cheesemakers in Wisconsin. Take Highway 23, go south on G 3 miles, and follow the freshness. Visit bakercheese.com. Baker Cheese, a Wisconsin cheese heritage since 1916.
Quick pass there on 1st down by Braden King. Went through the arms of Wellhofer, who was trying to step up there to put some pressure on that ball. And the pass is incomplete. King, who last year completed 39% of his passes, is 0 for 4 so far in this one. Coach Kyle Krieger, offensive coordinator for the Ledgers, digging into the playbook here. See what he can come up with on 2nd down and 10. Ledgers the ball on their own 43-yard line. Just over 7 minutes left to go. Give there inside. Is so a short gain there. Gain of 3. There for Highland. He's now got 5 carries for 8 yards. And give the Omro defense some credit. They've been able to really keep the Ledgers at bay. Just 1 first down offensively for St. Mary Springs. And Ben Wellhofer's having to come off the field. A little bit of an equipment issue. Wellhofer, the quarterback on offense, the outside linebacker on defense. So here we go, 3rd and 7 from the 46. King again with the pass, looking outside, trying to find Otter. He goes up and over top of the man. Well defended there was Cade Statura. Ottery had a nice run trying to jump up and over the man to get it, but the ball goes incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 7. And the Ledgers with the ball on their own 46-yard line. And have to see what they're going to do. They are back in punt formation. David Mueller has punted 3 times for a 30-yard average. This time teeing this one up from the 46. The snap bounces, a nice catch, puts a high one up in the air. Up in the air, and it's taking a Omro bounce and ends up there at the 35. So just a 17-yard punt that time. 17-yard punt, and Omro is going to take over with the ball there on the 35-yard line. So once again, a 3-and-out for the Ledgers. They've had four 3-and-outs, actually 3 3-and-outs, and got 1 first down one time. And Omro now back on offense. It's Omro leading 12-6 on your Quest Interiors scoreboard. 6:24 to go till halftime. Give this time is to Dietzen. Dietzen trying to find room around the left side, but he is stacked up there in the middle. And inside there, Billy Schrouth and Liam Tucker once again teaming up there. And they're going to say it's a 1-yard gain that time for Dietzen. He's got 5 carries for 17 yards. Omro has run just 3 pass plays and 15 rushes. So 2nd down and 9 from the 37. Wellhofer under center. He's going to keep it himself. Uses 1 block and then runs into the linebacker. Sneaking in there was Tom Kaufman making the tackle. And he's out there, though, to the 44-yard line. And it's going to be just short of the first down. Call that a 7-yard gain. And so now 3rd down and 1. A big play for the Ledgers here at the 5:23 mark. See if they can get Omro stopped. But just 1 yard short of the first down, and a short yard it is. Schrouth trying to plug in the middle. Ottery sneaking in there too. Wellhofer's going to wait. He's going to sneak through. Gets through one man. Gets through another man. Now gets outside, but he's tripped up by Nate Mueller. A nice tackle by Nate Mueller, but up across midfield and to the 49 with a 6-yard gain as Wellhofer. And that's the 6th first down. And Wellhofer up to 85 yards. Again, he had 34 of those yards on a big touchdown run at the 9:40 mark of this quarter, which gave Omro a 12-0 lead before David Mueller answered with an 82-yard kickoff return. But that kickoff's been the only offense the Ledgers have been able to mount so far. Wellhofer now back to pass, going to roll. Now he's looking down the right side, trying to get it off to it's almost intercepted. He had his man there, Statura, but outstanding positional play by Braden King, the quarterback who plays on the plays cornerback defensively. There's a little bit of a tongue twister for you. He makes a nice play, good position, almost had a chance to intercept that, and at the last minute, Statura had to play a little bit of defense rather than offense. So Wellhofer now 2 of 4 through the air. And it's not going to be 2nd down and 10 inside the 5-minute mark here. Wellhofer again with the delay, gets through one guy and now gets up across down to the 42. And we have a penalty flag down on the play, and it's going to be a holding penalty on Omro. It was a nice run, delay, but now we know why maybe it was a run. I think it was one of the first man through, who might have made that hold. Not sure which guy they got. High school football, they don't call out who did it. But that's a big 10-yard penalty, as that's going to march Omro back and onto their own side of the field. And that's going to make it now 2nd down and 20. 2nd and 20 from their own 41-yard line. So again, the Ledger defense looking to step up here. try to make another long yardage situation. Statura is in motion from right to left. Here's Wellhofer. He's going to keep it. He's going around the outside, tries to get the corner. Good pursuit, though, by the Ledger defense. Going to be a long third down coming here. So they had the ball there in the 42. Going to call it a 3-yard gain. 3-yard gain there for Wellhofer. He's going to make this now 3rd down and 17. So they have it on their own 45. They need to get all the way across midfield to the 38. So likely passing situation here. Statura is out to one side, and Seth Potrat's out to the other. They're going to try to get it underneath, and they do to the underneath receiver, which is the tight end Riken Frost. But Wellhofer's pass was such that it made the receiver go to the ground, and that's going to be no gain. The pass was completed, but for no yards. And so the first catch there for Frost, but it's for 0 yards. And now here on 4th down and 17, we're going to see a punting situation once again. And it is Riken Frost, the punter, his 4th punt. 2 of them for 36, 1 for 27, so about a 32-yard average so far for him. This one is up. It's a high floater. Coming with it is Highland. Highland's going to take it at the 19, and he's wrapped up after a 1-yard return. Good punt coverage there for Omro. And down there on the punt coverage is number 14, Aiden Meidel. So making a 1-yard punt return for Isaac Highland. And the Ledgers are going to start out this time right at their own 20. Just 2:59 to go until halftime for the Ledgers. So that time it was a 35-yard punt for Omro. And here come the Ledgers. Inside 3 minutes to go. Braden King is going to give it off, and with it is Highland. Highland's going to go to the left side, and he's going to get about 2. And before he's wrapped up, and coming in there to make the tackle was number 50, Carter Wardner. They're going to call it a 2-yard gain, a short 2, so it's 2nd down and 8. Clock running down to 2:39. Ledgers back in the huddle, content to take their time here a little bit. No hurry up going. Right now on our Quest Interior scoreboard with it's Omro 12, St. Mary Springs 6 as we're at Ingalls Field here in Ripon on Radio Plus Sports. King with the pitch now. Pitch comes to Mueller. Mueller just about gets through one guy. They had him by the jersey in the backfield. He's going to get up to the 23. And good play, good diving in there was Kyle Dietzen, the linebacker. Mueller was able to elude him, but only for a little bit. He's got a gain of 2. And that's going to bring up 3rd down now and 6 inside the 2-minute mark. Ledgers with the ball just about the 24-yard line, resting between the 23 and the 24. Could call it the 23 and a half. 2 receivers over here to the left are Ottery and Bone. King trying to go. He's going to look to pass. Now he's got some pressure. He's under pressure. He's still under pressure. He's going to throw it. He's just going to throw that one away. And good penetration defensively by Peyton Ropke. And Braden King a little slow to get up. But it looks like he's going to be okay. So the pass is incomplete. Ledgers 0 for 6 through the air. And here with 4th down, 1:31 to go. David Mueller is going to go back for his 4th punt. His last one was a short one of just 17 yards. And this time, you know what? The ball's moved back about a half yard on that play. It's close to the 24 now at the 23. But Mueller back to punt. And two receivers back for Omro. And Mueller this time is going to let that one go. And it's going to be taken there at the 40. With it is Statura. Beats one guy, then does not beat the other one. He's going to stop there at the 48. Call that a 3-yard return. 3-yard return there for Statura. The first time that Omro's actually tried to return a punt. But that time, let's see, 32-yard punt for Mueller, his 5th. And Omro's going to begin things here with 1:22 to go at their own 49-yard line. So good field position here for Omro. And they're going to try to see what they can do here right before half. Wellhofer under center is going to fake. And Now they're going to run that razzle-dazzle play again, trying to get the ball off and unable to do so, but on the run for his life and stacked up at the 46-yard line. Back there once again was Cole Hankey. Thought about passing, and instead Hankey is going to run there and get 4 yards. And going to make it 2nd down and 6. Went from his own 49. Got it across midfield. Actually, 2nd down and 5. Once again, Wellhofer under center. One wide out here to the right, one to the left. Full house backfield. Stachura in motion. And we're going to get some motion penalty here. I think they had 2 men moving. Let's see once what the line judge says, and that's what he says. So it's going to be a motion penalty of 5 yards for Omro. It's going to back them up. It's going to make it 3rd down and 10, and we're in the final minute, 39 seconds to go. And if you're St. Mary's Springs here, you just want to make sure you don't give up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. And let's see what Coach Dave Wellhofer and the Foxes are going to dig into the well here. 2 receivers to the right. Wellhofer under center, looking for somewhere to go. Now he's going to throw it up, coming down this side, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by King at the 33. He's got some blockers in front of him. He's through one guy. He's up across midfield and down at the 40-yard line with 16 seconds to go. Braden King gets the INT. And the turnover is going to give the ball back to St. Mary's Springs. Really not a bad opportunity there for Wellhofer to throw that up. And the Ledgers now with just 16 seconds to go. And we'll see which Coach Highland and Coach Krieger calling the plays are going to do as St. Mary's Springs taking over on the 40-yard line off the INT. They're in Omro territory, 40 yards away from a potential tying touchdown. King under center. Bone to the left. Looking for somewhere to go. He's going to throw deep on the other side, trying to go get it as Ottery, and it's going to be incomplete. Threw it up there, and Aiden Ottery trying to run after it and get it. Couldn't quite go haul that one in. And it's going to be now 2nd down with 11 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 from the 40. Sam Lucas brings the play in. Ottery comes out. Got to think you're going to see this ball go in the air again. And 2 receivers off to the right. Bone and Lucas are to the right. The tight end Blank spread out a little bit to the left. King under center. Fakes, gives Mueller, now gives Highland. Highland with a little bit of room gets 5 and gets 9 yards down to the 31. And that's going to stop the clock with 5 ticks on it. So the biggest gain we've seen of the day for Isaac Highland. He picked up 9 yards. Looks like down to the 31 and a timeout on the field. We're going to keep it here. Once again, our score, 12-6. It was Omro taking advantage of a muff punt to go 14 yards on 4 plays. 1 minute and 13 seconds at the 8:04 mark of the first quarter. Ben Wellhofer, the quarterback, with a 2-yard run, made it 6-0 after the point after failed. Then an 82-yard, 10-play drive for Omro. Early that lapsed from the late first into the second quarter gave the Foxes a 12-0 lead after Wellhofer went in on a beautiful run from 34 yards, cut inside, beat 2 guys, and broke a tackle and made it in on the right side. Immediately, the Ledgers answered as David Mueller took the ensuing kickoff 82 yards to have the lead. But since then, just a little bit of back and forth going on, and the Ledgers now trying to take advantage of a late interception by Ben Wellhofer. Braden King, the quarterback, intercepting his counterpart, and the Ledgers now with the ball. 3rd down at their own, or correction, at the Omro 31-yard line. Back to pass is King. King looking for somewhere to go. It's tipped at the line and is going to fall incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down, but I believe our half has ended, and it has. So we've reached halftime here at Ingalls Field in this Flyway Conference season opener. Those of you that, we didn't have much of a pregame show to kind of set the table for you, but all the Flyway games being played on turf this spring, almost said this fall, this spring. Games being played here in Ripon, being played in Lemira, and over in Kewaskum. And these 2 teams traveling here. The Ledgers are the home team tonight, but at halftime, it's the visiting Omro Foxes on your Quest Interior scoreboard, leading by a score of 12-6. So we're going to take a little break here, give some time to the sponsors who are making this possible. For those of you watching here on Radio Plus Sports, we're glad to have you along. And come back with our holiday halftime show brought to you by Holiday Automotive. And also we're going to have some Taco Bell trivia for you. So that'll be coming up right after this break. Once again, it's halftime. Omro 12, St. Mary Springs 6. You're watching Radio Plus Sports.
So you're ready for a new TV. Nice. Are you thinking LED Smart TV, Ultra HD 4K, OLED Plasma Curved Screen, 3D, Energy Star, Ultra Thin, 240 Hz, or Cloud? Should you choose a big screen, a bigger screen, or just plain huge? Well, at Silica, we make it easy. Save big on the amazing clarity of Ultra HD. Plus, pay no interest when paid in full within 12 months. So go bigger and better the easy way at Silica for your home. We speak TV.
It's news reporter Pepperoni with the latest. We've discovered people all over Fond du Lac downloading the new app to satisfy their appetite. It's the Bob's Pizza app, making it easier than ever to order Bob's Pizza. Got an appetite for pizza? Get the Bob's Pizza app or order online now at bobspizzafdl.com. This is Pepperoni reporting.
Legendary Pizza, Bob's Pizza. For delivery, pickup, and take and bake, log on to bobspizzafdl.com. That's bobspizzafdl.com.
Taco Bell's quesalupa is back with its cheese-stuffed shell. But there's nothing worse than overhype.
Here it is.
So we'll skip the speeches and the influencers.
Hello?
Cut the fanfare.
Man.
And the pyro.
Man.
So don't hold on to your seats. We're just here to tell you the quesalupa's cheese-stuffed shell is back. And we think you'll like it.
Hey, I'm Kat, alternative sports junkie and champion sturgeon wrestler. I do a lot of crazy things. So when I apply for a loan, it needs to be easy. That's why I choose Fond du Lac Credit Union.
Apply online with Fond du Lac Credit Union.
You need help?
Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Hi, I'm Brock Rademan with the Rademan Stone and Landscape Company. As the first member of our fourth generation family-owned business, I'm proud to carry on the tradition of providing quality stone products to Fond du Lac and the surrounding areas. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Whether building or remodeling, veneer stone can add a natural look and feel to your home. Our natural stone is available in many different textures, sizes, colors, and cuts. Stop out at Rademan's and see our indoor-outdoor stone displays, or like us on Facebook to see some finished projects. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
At Eartech Heating, we are all excited for sunshine and warmer temperatures, and we want to do whatever it takes to ensure you're not caught in the heat of summer with no AC. Before the blazing temps hit, let our technicians clean and inspect your AC to ensure it's performing at its best when you need it most. Our NATE certified technicians bring the right tools, expert knowledge, and Bryant's high-quality products right to your door. For AC maintenance, service, and installation in the Fond du Lac area, call 924-6742 and 239-4307 for our Ripon office.
And welcome back to Ingalls Field, where we are at halftime of this season opener here in Wisconsin Flyweight Conference football action. And here at halftime, the Omro Foxes are leading by a score of 12-6 over the Ledgers of St. Mary Springs. This is a battle of the WisSports.net number 1 and number 6 ranked teams in the preseason rankings. St. Mary Springs number 1 and Omro number 6. And some of you might say, well, Omro was just 3-7 last year, but they bring back 10 seniors, and that experience has played a big role here. The Ledgers with just 5 seniors, some of the guys who would have been seniors electing not to play this fall after a long off-season, kind of a weird off-season for all these kids, but we're just glad tonight that they are back on the field and able to play. A couple early games in flyweight play today, 4:30 games. Right here in Ripon, it was the Ripon Tigers knocking off North Fond du Lac by a score of 41-16. And over in Lamira, Mayville getting the victory in their first game of the year as they knocked off Laconia by a score of 27-0. Other games going on tonight. Winnebago Lutheran is taking on Waupun. That game over at Kewaskum. And in Lamira, it is Lamira taking on Campbellsport. So we're here on your holiday automotive halftime show. We're going to give you some Taco Bell trivia. And if you know the answer to this one, you can text me up here in the booth. Text me up here in the booth, 920-318-1349. 318-1349. And here is your answer. The St. Mary Springs Ledgers last year won the state championship with a record of 12 wins and 2 losses. Who was the last team to beat St. Mary Springs? Because they began the year 0-2. They ran off 12 straight wins after that. Who was the last team to beat St. Mary Springs and Coach Highland? Let's take a look at our holiday halftime highlights presented by Holiday Automotive. Worth the trip. And not a lot of highlights for the Ledgers here in this first half as their offense has struggled. St. Mary Springs has managed just 1 first down through 2 quarters of play, just 1 first down. The Ledgers with 0 yards passing. They are 0 for 8 through the air, 8 incompletions from Braden King, and they've gained just 40 yards on the ground on 13 carries. So St. Mary Springs has run just 21 plays in the first half. One of the key plays of that first half was a muff punt early in the game that Isaac Highland couldn't quite corral the punt, and he fumbled it, and it was recovered, and that gave a short field to Omro, and they were able to score on that. For Omro, in the first half, a little more success through the air. Ben Wellhofer, the quarterback, with 3 completions in 6 tries, 3 completions and 1 interception for a total of 13 yards. Cade Statura has been his main target with 2 catches for 13 yards. But on the ground is where they've done the damage, 124 yards of rushing. And last year, the Ledger defense allowed just 81.7 yards, 81.7, and already into the 120 mark. And that is going to, I'm sure, be an emphasis as the defense is getting a talking to from Coach Highland and the coaching staff right now. The leading rusher for Omro is the quarterback, Ben Wellhofer. He's carried 12 times for 88 yards unofficially. Penalties, not too much. 2 penalties for Omro for a total of 15 yards. The Ledgers had 2 5-yard penalties, a couple of false starts back there in the first quarter. Springs, again, has punted the ball 5 times. And when you only manage to get 1 first down, that really puts things pressure on your defense. But nevertheless, Springs in not as bad a shape as it could be, thanks to David Mueller's 82-yard kickoff return. And at halftime, they trail by a score of 12-6. 12-6. So we do have a winner here in our trivia contest. Let's see who we have as our winner. The last team to beat St. Mary Springs was Amherst. Second game of the year last year. Interestingly enough, the Ledgers lost their first 2 games of the year last year to Lake Country Lutheran and to Amherst by a score of 14-7. And let's see if we can find out here who our winner is on our Taco Bell trivia tonight here at halftime in the season opener. Kind of weird. We're in March and we're talking football. But these kids are just glad to be on the field and playing. And Tim Babler is our winner tonight of our Taco Bell trivias. He knew that it was Amherst that beat the Ledgers last year. Interestingly enough, Springs lost 21-14 to Lake Country Lutheran, 14-7 to Amherst, and then reeled off those 12 straight wins, capping that with 4 consecutive shutouts to win their 9th WIAA title. Interestingly enough, they did beat Omro during the season last year by a score of 31-0. But we see a different Omro team here on the field tonight. So we're going to take another timeout, hear a little more from our sponsors here in our holiday automotive halftime show. Where once again, as you can see up on the screen, our halftime score is St. Mary Springs trailing Omro by a score of 12-6. We'll be back after this 3-minute timeout. You're watching high school football on Radio Plus Sports.
March Mania at Holiday is your ticket to save with beefy cash incentives on Buick and GMC favorites.
Score slam dunk savings.
Get more for your trade. Plus, an exceptional buying experience.
Discover the difference at Holiday Automotive Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Drive inspired in the 3-row Mazda CX-9. Now $349 per month with 0 down.
Get more Mazda for your money and more for your trade. Plus, an exceptional buying experience.
Discover the difference at Holiday Mazda Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Healthcare workers choose Marian University's completion programs to advance their careers because healthcare is what we know. Radiologic technologists who are ARRT certified can earn 60 credit hours towards their bachelor's in radiologic technology and graduate in just 2 years. Our 100% online classes start every 7 weeks. Don't wait to boost your career potential and apply today at marianuniversity.edu/apply.
At Camera Casino, we are making magic happen.
If you have a lot of slides sitting at home, we can magically put them on a CD for you. Need a different lens? We can fix that.
If you need something to carry all of your equipment, watch this. Oh, sometimes smaller is better.
Whether you're looking for cameras, tripods, or accessories, Camera Casino can make magic happen for you.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we believe in happy accidents, like in 1964, when a Buffalo, New York restaurant owner accidentally bought chicken wings instead of chicken necks. The 60s were a crazy time. Well, decades later, and the mistake turned masterpiece is now at Pizza Ranch. Introducing our new traditional and boneless chicken wings, tossed in our signature sauces. 2 more ways to get the country's best chicken available for carryout and delivery. Maybe it wasn't an accident after all, just delicious fate. Pizza Ranch. Mmm.
When you hire the attorneys at Everson & Gibbs, LLC, you're getting more than professional representation. Their partners are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Whatever your legal needs or questions, Everson & Gibbs, LLC has you covered. Practicing business law, personal injury, estate planning, probate and guardianships, and real estate. They work closely with their clients to provide exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Give them a call at 920-922-7113. or head to eversonandgibbs.com.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
If you're looking for a job where you play an important role in your company and work in a supportive team environment, join Spectrum today. As a customer service representative, you'll represent the nation's fastest growing TV, internet, and voice company and help bring Spectrum services to the communities we serve. We offer a competitive salary, best-in-class benefits, complimentary services, paid training, and excellent opportunities for growth and advancement. Interested? Go to jobs.spectrum.com today.
Are you missing out on what should be the best times of your life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. What if I told you I have the solution to your problem?
Hi, my name is Karen. I was treated at the New Medical Center for pain in both of my knees. I received regenerative medicine for approximately 12 weeks. Before I came in here, I really couldn't do anything. I couldn't stand, squat, I couldn't do dishes. My husband did the grocery shopping. Afterwards, now I can do everything. I honestly can say I'm 99.9% better than I was. This was the best decision I could have made for my life.
If you suffer from debilitating joint pain, learn how regenerative medicine with stem cells can get you back to living your best life. 160 Gateway Drive in Waupun.
Call New Medical Center for regenerative medicine, 920-249-8757. That's 920-249-8757.
Your health is our mission.
And Greg Zonefeld back with you here on Radio Plus Sports here at Ingalls Field. And on your Quest Interior scoreboard here at halftime, it is Omro leading defending state champion, actually two-time defending state champion, St. Mary Springs, by a score of 12-6. A couple other scores around the Flyway Conference. The early games today, Ripon over North Fond du Lac 41-16. Mayville stopped Laconia by a score of 27-0. At halftime, in a game being played up at Kewaskum, Winnebago Lutheran Academy leading Waupun by a score of 28-0. No score available to us here on the Campbellsport Lemira game. Lemira expected to contend with the Ledgers and the Omro Foxes for the top of the heap here in this year's Flyweight Conference race. And if you're Coach Bob Hyland here at halftime, you're just looking to try to right the ship, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And he did say when I talked to him, and if you heard him on the radio earlier today on Radio Plus, talking a little bit about being a little rusty, having to address some things that didn't go well in the scrimmage that they played up at Notre Dame last Saturday. But again, an inexperienced team. They do return 8 offensive players, 6 defensive players, but lost some really key cogs, especially in that defense. And again, young players tend to make mistakes and have to adjust. It's been a long off season, kind of disjointed for both of these teams. But both Coach Dave Wellhofer and Bob Hyland happy that we are playing football. And great to see some fans here in the stands, and a crisp night. Feels like an October night. And another score for you right now. Fond du Lac putting the hurt on Manitowoc Lincoln up in Manitowoc, 63-7 in the third quarter. So they're in running clock land coming up there. And it looks like the Fondy Cardinals and Coach Jorgensen going to be off to a good start as they get things running. Again, it's March. Feels like October, November. Temperature right around just inside 40 degrees. The fans kind of bundled up. Our cameraman outside, Ron, had to go get his gloves there at halftime, those Minnesota Viking gloves. And up here, Colby, pressing the buttons and getting the video to you for this game. We're glad to have you along. So a couple minutes here remaining in our halftime. And once again, Omro leading St. Mary's Springs by a score of 12-6. We'll be back with more here. Get the table set for our second half. And we'll be back after this 2-minute break. You're watching high school football on Radio Plus Sports.
Anders Auto Parts is the place to go for quality auto parts and paint. Anders has been serving the Fond du Lac area with automotive parts and paints since 1956. Anders features PPG automotive and industrial paints, quality auto parts, along with an experienced, knowledgeable staff to serve you. Anders is located at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street behind the American Family Office. Call those who know. Call Anders Auto Parts at 920-922-3390.
You dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops just for your space. And buying direct saves you money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Hey, Fond du Lac's best-kept secret is no more. Operation Best Chicken and Friday Fish from a C-store is out. Pioneer Pit Stop. Yes, Pioneer Pit Stop has some of the best takeout in town. The best part, no reservations needed. No need to drive halfway across the country. No special dress code, other than you need to be dressed. You're in and out with piping hot chicken or fish that you thought came from a supper club. Of course, fuel, beer, liquor, ice, snacks, groceries, and tons of other things we all need are always in stock. Pioneer Pit Stop, 20 East Pioneer Road across from Tucker's on South Main Street. It's Fishlicious. Doyle Kelly Dental, a name this area is trusted to bring Fond du Lac smiles for over 50 years. Dr. Kathy Doyle has continued this exceptional care with staff who go the extra mile to make sure you're comfortable throughout your entire appointment. Dr. Kathy Doyle would like to welcome Dr. Erin Cole to her office on Fond du Lac Avenue.
Hello, this is Dr. Erin Cole. I am excited to be back home and working alongside Dr. Kathy and the team at Doyle Kelly Dental. I will make your smile my first priority. I'm accepting patients now at fonddulacsmiles.com.
Welcome back to Ingalls Field in Ripon. The carpet is ready, and we're getting set for our second half, and it'll be Omro beginning the action. And as you go left to right across your Radio Plus Sports screen, Omro will work from our left to right. The Ledgers still huddled up, and we'll see once what kind of fire Coach Hyland and the coaching staff could put into St. Mary's Springs as we get set here for half number 2. And it's going to be the first time, just the second kickoff we've seen from the Ledgers. And coming out to do the kicking is a freshman, Brendan Gerdig, 5'10", 145. And Coach Hyland strolling his way off of the field. And I'm guessing that there was a little bit of fire in that blue huddle. And let's see once how the Ledgers respond. Brendan Gerdig set to kick off, and back for Omro to receive are Ben Wellhofer and Cade Slatura. Kickoff is taking a short kick, grabbing at the 20-yard line is Statura. He's through one guy and gets up across the 35 up to the 36. So 16-yard kickoff return for Statura is going to give Omro the ball. And they're going to begin the second half. Omro on the 36-yard line. On their own 36, they'll begin to go to work here with a 12-6 lead as we enjoy Football Friday on your Quest Interior scoreboard up here in the broadcast booth. Under center is Ben Wellhofer. One wide receiver out to the right, one to the left. Wellhofer ducks inside, trying to get through one guy. Gets through one, stuck through, and coming inside there and coming up big to make the tackle is Isaac Highland from his linebacker or from his safety spot. He rushed the gap there, and looks like they're going to give them a gain of just 1 yard. So nice start there, as Wellhofer gained 88 yards in half number one, and they hold them to a 1 yard gain and make it 2nd down and 9 from their own 37. 12-6, Omro with the lead. Had a short field for one of the touchdowns and a long drive for the other one. Trying to get it up through the middle there that time. Gave it to the first man through Kyle Dietzen, and looks like he's going to gain 2 yards. Dietzen with his 5th carry, and going to make it 3rd down and 7 from their own 37. First minute of action here of this third quarter from Ingalls Field in Ripon. And the Ledger defense, which gave up one long drive and bent but didn't break a couple other times, trying to get up in there and showing some pressure on the outside there is Kaufman. They're going to try to run the screen. Nice play. Getting through one man is Statura, and he's going to get up there to midfield, and that is going to be a first down. Statura gaining 11 yards on the reception, and a nice pass there, a bit of a screen play, and Statura with his 3rd catch. It's an 11-yard gain, and the ball rests right at midfield, and Omro with the first down, their 7th first down of the game, first one of this half. Wellhofer again under center, 2 men behind him. Coming in motion is the wide receiver Stahurda, and he's going to throw to him again. The motion man catches the ball, tries to make a move, and he's going to be wrapped up over there. Nice tackle there by David Mueller, but it's going to be a gain of 3 yards. It's going to make it a 2nd down and 7. At times, Statura dragged in motion across the field, and the motion guy's the one who caught the short pass. Tried to turn the corner before he's wrapped up there by Mueller. Coming out wide to the right here is Potratz. Statura out to the left. Omro coming out throwing the ball just a little bit more. 2 passes. Now here's Wellhofer. Gets around the outside. Gets through one guy. Finds a hole. Mueller trying to wrap him up, and he does. And we're going to have a penalty, and that might be a horse collar penalty coming in there. And a nice run there by Wellhofer. And it's going to be a horse collar. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty, as he made the nice run, got down a gain of 16 yards, which pushes Wellhofer over the 100-yard mark. And then a 15-yard tack on is what I'm guessing we're going to see beyond that. And that's going to bring the ball. Let's see what they're going to say. That is going to bring the ball all the way down inside the 15 to the 13. So horse collar penalty, a big one. Omro gets another 15 yards, and they're going to set up shop here at the 13-yard line. Wellhofer under center, again in motion is Statura, looking for somewhere to go. Wellhofer fakes, now keeps. He's across the 15, or almost to the 15, met by a host of tacklers, and leading the charge there inside was Charlie Kebbel, and it's going to be, looks like a gain of 2 for Wellhofer. So again, Wellhofer up over 100 yards, 107 on 15 carries. Inside the 9-minute mark, Omro in business at the 11. 2nd down and 8. So a big opportunity here for Omro to try to put some more distance, make it a 2-score game, and the Ledger defense is going to try to stand up and keep that from happening. Welloff gives it off to Dietzen. Dietzen breaks one tackle. Dietzen breaks another. He's inside the 5. He's wrapped up down at the 1-yard line. It's going to be a 12-yard gain for Dietzen. He picks up a 1st down, and now it's 1st and goal just outside the 1-yard line. Play coming in from the sidelines with Omro and Brandon Langenberg, but you got to think this ball's going to be nothing but plow right through here. Maybe it'll be Peyton Robke, the big guy, or Kyle Dietzen, the almost as big guy. Wellhofer under center, Robke and Dietzen behind him. Wellhofer's going to get it, gives to the first man through. It's Dietzen, and he's into the end zone for an Omro touchdown. Kyle Dietzen with a 1-yard plunge, and Omro has once again stretched this out to a 2-score game. 8 plays is what it takes for Omro, and here at the 8:09 mark, they are in the end zone, and it looks like they're going to go for 2. Their first attempt was badly blocked, first kicking attempt, and they went for 2 and came short. Wellhofer under center, looking for somewhere to go. He's going to throw the short pass, and falling short with the catch was Stahura, and the point after try fails, but it's 6 more points on the board for Omro, and at the 8:09 mark on your Quest Interior scoreboard, our score, Omro 18, St. Mary Springs 6. We'll be back right after this.
In business for over 90 years, Musa Sheet Metal. Since 1928, Musa Sheet Metal Company of Oshkosh has had a commitment to quality and customer service second to none. They've remained true to that commitment and made it their prime focus. Their mission? To create a quality product for a fair price while maintaining the integrity that's made the company last so long. So whether you're looking for architectural sheet metal, industrial ventilation, or more, go to musasheetmetal.com. And remember, if it's metal, it's Musa.
Back here at Ingalls Field, where Omro has struck first blood here in quarter number 3. And the Foxes now with an 18-6 lead over the Ledgers of St. Mary Springs. And so the kickoff coming. The last time Omro scored, David Mueller promptly answered with an 82-yard kickoff return. Let's see what happens this time. They're going to kick a squibber. It's bumped, and covering it up there at the 25-yard line for the Ledgers is one of the up guys. It was number 55, Liam Tucker, who tried to catch that squibber, and he's going to cover it up, and it'll be St. Mary Springs beginning with play here at their own 25-yard line with 8:07 to go. So the Ledgers, who managed just 1 first down in half number 1, let's see what kind of adjustments they've made as they begin half number 2. 2 backs in the backfield. King gives it off to Highland. Highland's going to plow forward across the 30, and he's going to be stopped up there at the 32, actually the 31. So give Isaac Highland 6 yards on his 8th carry of the game. 8 carries, 25 yards. And the Ledger's going to have to see if they can open up a little bit of that running game and get some blocking done up front. So far been a real struggle as the guys up front, Potratz, Tanner, Frost, and Wardner for Omro, have been able to shut things down along with the linebacking crew behind him. Give again is to Highland. Highland bounces outside. He's up across the 35, maybe got the 36 before he's wrapped up in there. Carter Wardner, the defensive end, and Kyle Dietzen in there on the tackle, along with a little help from Reich and Frost. And he's up across the 31 to the 36, and Highland gets 5 more, and actually 6 more. And a first down, the second of the game for the Ledgers. A little quick tempo coming here. They're right back out of the huddle. Braden King under center. Gets the count, and he's going to pitch it out, and there's a fumble. Going after it is King. He's able to cover, and it was a bad pitch. Looked like he faked and missed Mueller with the pitch out. And the coaches on the bench looking at each other there, but that's a big loss. And on the loss, it's going to drop them back to the 22. That's a loss of 14. Second down now and 24. So tough there. The good news was for the Ledgers, they recovered that fumble. but having to cover it as King after the bad pitch. And now, instead of the Ledgers getting their first down and getting a little rhythm, now they find themselves in difficulty here, 2nd and 24. Offense coordinator Kyle Krieger brings in the play through his players, and in motion comes Mueller, and here's going to come Mueller on the outside. He has a block in front of him, but Wellhofer is right there to wrap him up. And they're going to get just 1 yard. That is the first pass completion for the Ledgers so far. Springs kind of wanted maybe a penalty there. Actually going to call it a 2-yard gain. 2-yard gain makes it now 2nd down, or rather 3rd down and 22. So you got to dig pretty deep in the playbook to find something to go here. Springs hopefully trying to get a little bit of distance and get a little better field position. King back to pass, and now he's going to run. He's on the draw up across the 30, and he's going to get up to the 32. So a little delay on the draw. I'm going to give King 8 yards. That's not going to be enough. We're at 4th down and 12. And the Ledger's going to have to go back to punt. And Mueller with his 6th punt of the game. Interestingly enough, last year, Cade Sable punted just 22 times. Here's the punt. It's a good, high, deep punt. Fair catch called for by Wellhofer back at the 19. So best punt we've seen all night. That's a 40-yarder. 40-yarder from Mueller, and Omro is going to find themselves with the ball. 1st down and 10 on their own 21 for the Foxes here at the 5:02 mark. So Ledgers held the ball for 3 minutes, got 1 first down, but that pitch, that fumble that they had to go and cover for a big loss of 14 yards really set them back. And now the defense back on the field trying to see if they can change the tide. But the last time Omro had the ball, they went 64 yards on 8 plays. And let's see once what the Omro offense has in store this time around. Wellhofer under center, man in motion from right to left, and trying to get out of there is Wellhofer, and he's going to be stacked up. And nice job there by Billy Schrouth, the 6'5", 280-pound junior, stuffing things as Wellhofer tried to get around the corner, and he's going to get a 1-yard gain on his 16th carry. Omro's run 27 plays on the ground and thrown the ball 8 times, 35 plays. Far more plays than what the Ledgers have been able to manage. 10 first downs so far tonight for the Foxes. An uncharacteristic defensive effort here for St. Mary's Springs. Wellhofer under center looking for somewhere to go. Now comes around the other side, ran it off to the right. And the Ledger defense trying to string that one out. Nice job defensively. Sticking his nose in there. Liam Tucker kind of leading the charge, plugging the hole. And let's see. On the far side of the field there. They did get out there to the 26. Nope, actually not. 22, so no gain that time. And a big 3rd down here coming up for the St. Mary Springs defense. Trying to get a 3 and out. There haven't been a lot of those tonight. If the Ledgers can get the stop here, get the ball back. Clock running inside 4 minutes in our 3rd quarter. Omro leading 18-6 on your Quest Interior scoreboard. So 3rd down and 9. Wellhofer under center. Going into a bit of a breeze here. He's going to go back. Now fakes, gets up the middle, gets through one man, and he's brought down. It's going to be short of the first down. He got maybe the 30, maybe the 31. And he's going to be short. So gains 5 does Wellhofer on that run. And it's going to bring 4th down and 4. And on to punt for Omro is going to be Reich and Frost, averaging about 32 yards on his first 4 kicks, a couple 36-yarders, a couple shorter than that. So 4th and 4 as he kicks from his own 27. High looping punt. Ledger's trying to get pressure. This one off the side of his foot as well. Looking up in the air, and it's going to get right about to midfield, and actually to midfield exactly. So a 23-yard punt that time for Frost, and the Ledgers, that time the defense doing the job. They're going to start right at midfield, and coming back and out come the Ledger offense, trailing by a score of 18-6 with 2:46 to go here in quarter number 3. So the Ledgers last time they had the ball, like I said, got 1 first down, but then had that costly miscue on the pitch out that cost them quite a few yards. And let's see what they can do here. If they can chip into that lead, make it a 1-score game once again. Braden King under center. He's going to give to Highland. Highland's going to go around the left side, finds a hole up across the 45 and drives down near the 40. It's going to be really, really close to a first down. Let's see are they going to move the sticks, or is he going to be just short? Looks like just short. They're going to give 9 yards that time to Highland. And starting to get some traction. 3 carries, 21 yards in this half for Isaac Highland. Good run behind Big Schrouth there on the right side of that line. Give to Highland again. Comes inside again on that left side. He's up across the 40 down there close to the 35. They're going to mark him at the 36. 5 more yards for Highland. First down for St. Mary Springs. Their third of the game, second of the half. Little substitution changes as the plays come in from the sideline for the Ledgers with Lucas and Blank. And the Ledgers with the ball now at the 35. Time inside the 2-minute mark here of quarter number 3. Omro leading St. Mary Springs 18-6. King again gives it to the first man through this time. And that is Mueller. And he's going to gain, we're going to call it 2 yards for Mueller. It's his 5th carry. Second down and 8. St. Mary Springs last year, 12 wins, 2 losses, won their 9th WIAA title. They've won 8 WISA titles, so 17 total for Coach Bob Highland in this year number 50. Give now is to Highland. He finds a hole, cuts inside. He's up across. He breaks outside. He's to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Ledgers. Isaac Highland with a 34-yard run for the score. And St. Mary Springs has cut the lead back within 1 score, as with 1:06 to go here in quarter number 3. It is now 18-12, Omro in the lead. And the Ledgers are going to go for 2, much as we expected in my chat with offensive coordinator Kyle Krieger. So we'll go for 2 pretty much every time. Under center, they're going to give to Highland. He runs into one guy, and he is stopped. Kyle Dietzen, the big linebacker, got penetration and brought down Highland. But the Ledgers have scored a 34-yard run by Isaac Highland. And with 1:06 to go in quarter number 3, our score, Omro 18, St. Mary Springs 12. We'll be back right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Taco Bell's quesalupa is back with its cheese-stuffed shell. Whoa! But there's nothing worse than overhype.
Here it is.
So we'll skip the speeches and the influencers.
Hello?
Cut the fanfare.
Man.
And the pyro.
Man.
So don't hold on to your seats. We're just here to tell you. The quesalupa's cheese-stuffed shell is back. And we think you'll like it.
Hey, I'm Kat, alternative sports junkie and champion sturgeon wrestler. I do a lot of crazy things. So when I apply for a loan, it needs to be easy. That's why I choose Fond du Lac Credit Union.
Apply online with Fond du Lac Credit Union.
You need help?
The kick is up and back, and it was touched by Omro, and they're going to have to cash it in out of bounds. A nice little squib kick there, and goes out of bounds after being collected down there by Omro and Seth Potratz. And Omro is going to get the ball here with 1:02 to go in quarter number 3, and the Foxes have seen their 2-score lead now whittled down to 1. So Omro is going to start with the ball on their own 20. And Coach Dave Wellhofer's squad, who's had a good first just about 3 full quarters. And officials timeout here. The T is still out there on the field. And one of the Ledger assistant coaches seeing that, going out for the run here. 1:02 to go in quarter number 3 on your Quest Interior scoreboard. Ben Wellhofer, who's had a great game so far, 18 carries, 113 yards. He is under center. He's going to give to Dietzen. Kyle Dietzen running left. Swing to the left. Runs into the outside guy there. And a nice tackle out there on the outside. I believe that was Nate Mueller with the tackle. And Dietzen got the ball up across the 20. And he's going to have the ball a gain of 5. So Dietzen, who's just scored a 1-yard touchdown earlier this quarter, now 9 carries, 37 yards unofficially. And I'm guessing this probably be the last play here of quarter number 3. Wellhofer under center. Looking for where to go. He's going to do the keeper trying to run up. He's got some room. Out to the outside he comes. He's into the secondary being run down by Mueller. Mueller has him and he tackles him at the 31. But another big gain for Ben Wellhofer as he gets a, let's see, he had it on the 25. A 39-yard play, a 39-yard gain for Wellhofer. And that brings him up to 152 yards unofficially. And the clock stops with 20 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. And I think Omro's just going to let this one expire here in quarter number 3. And we're going to get set to head to the 4th quarter. And the clock runs out, and now strike 0 on your Quest Interior scoreboard. 3 quarters in the books here. Upset in the making as Omro holds an 18-12 lead over St. Mary Springs. We'll be back with quarter number 4 right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
There's a free way to support St. Mary Springs Academy. Participate in our SCRIPT program to earn rebates that offset your tuition and help fund the operational costs of SMSA. Purchase gift cards for face value and use them when you shop. There are hundreds to choose from. Here's a sample.
Dining out, groceries, flooring, fast food, pizza, school uniforms, clothing, gas, and so much more.
Signature Homes was founded about 25 years ago. Shortly after we started our real estate business, we realized there was a need for new construction. So many times we're out showing property to buyers and they aren't finding what they're looking for. And if we can't find them what they're looking for, we need to have another option. And so we started to customize homes and really make them specific to the customer's needs. That model has grown over the years. We started with building just a few homes and now we're building 30, 35 homes a year. We have showrooms in all of our locations. If you just want to walk in and learn more about our building company, we can do that.
Back here at Ingalls Field, Greg Zonefeld with you here on a Friday night, a alt fall season, a spring season this year in the COVID year of 2020-2021. Flyweight Conference football, and as we go to the 4th quarter, it's Omro holding a lead 18-12 and driving against St. Mary Springs and the Ledgers. Wellhofer under center, man goes in motion. He's going to give it. Here's Dietzen. Dietzen coming around the left side, tries to turn the corner, and we're going to get a penalty. That's going to be a hold. Very clear hold there on the outside, as David Mueller tried to go get the tackler, and he was wrapped up. Dietzen had a nice little space, but it's going to be a holding penalty. 10 yards, that's going to be a big play. Set back Omro 10 yards and move them back from the 31 back to the 41. Big story of the game so far has been the play of quarterback Ben Wellhofer and the Omro Fox's ability to run the ball on the ground. Wellhofer unofficially 19 carries, 152 yards on the night. But that penalty is going to drop them all the way back to the 40-yard line. Call it the 39. 2nd down and 19 to go. Wellhofer looking to go, trying to find somewhere inside. He gets up across the 35 down to the 33. And wrapped up inside there. Nice job by Humphrey to get the tackle. I'm going to give him 4 on that one. And it'll be now 2nd down and 12. As that penalty occurred, about a 9-yard penalty because it happened a little bit downfield. And so 2nd and 12 from the 33 as the clock winds down toward the 11-minute mark of this ball game on a crisp Friday night here in March. Give now is to Dietzen. Dietzen going left side. He's corralled and wrapped up. And who's the defender coming out of there with it? Nice tackle inside there by Charlie Kebbell. As he got in there, it's a 6-yard gain. Still leaves 8 yards to go for Omro here. 3rd down, and a big 3rd down for the Ledgers. They try to Call that a 4-yard gain, actually, not 6. And now a big 3rd down and 8 for the St. Mary Springs defense. Omro probably in 4-down territory here with the ball at the 29. No field goal kickers out on the field here tonight. And we're getting a timeout as Coach Dave Wellhofer, seeing this is a key play in the game, is going to take a timeout and talk it over, and we're going to take the timeout with them. So we got 10:20 to go on your Quest Interior scoreboard. Our score, Omro 18, St. Mary Springs 12. We'll be back right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Are you looking for an exciting career change? Join the team at Michaels Corporation. Members of the Michaels team enjoy competitive wages and generous benefits, as well as in-house programs promoting continuous education and career advancement.
Check out the many office and field careers available at Michaels in Brownsville. Drivers, mechanics, records assistant, and more. Go to michaelscareers.us. That's michaelscareers.us.
Apply today at michaelscareers.us. Collaborate with like minds, connect with your community, construct your future.
Baker Cheese, producing award-winning cheese since 1916. Not only can you find fresh Baker cheese at your local grocer, make the short drive to their in-house country cheese store. Over 100 varieties of other cheeses from the best cheesemakers in Wisconsin. Take Highway 23, go south on G 3 miles, and follow the freshness. Visit bakercheese.com. Baker Cheese, a Wisconsin cheese heritage since 1916.
So Omro runs that play on 3rd down and 8. They run it to the left side. Wellhofer moves that ball down. It's going to be 4th down. And it's going to give him 5. So 5 more for Wellhofer. Makes it 4th down now and 3 to go as the clock winds inside the 10-minute mark. Omro with the ball here at the 24. And they need to get down just about to the 21. So Ledgers with a chance here to turn the tide, to stem the tide, get the ball back, and go down to try to tie this game. And the defense stepping up, closing in, 7 men up on the line. And what are we going to have? Another timeout taken by Coach Wellhofer. So Omro realizes what an important play this is. Could be one of the key plays of the game as Omro with the ball here, 4th down and 3. A little recap for you what's happened so far in quarter number 1. The Springs muffed a punt, which led to a really short field. Omro went 14 plays on 14 yards on 4 plays in a minute 13. And Ben Wellhofer crashed in from 2 yards out to make it 6-0 at the 8:04 mark of quarter number 1. Stay that way into quarter number 2. Omro had the ball at the end of the first quarter, wrapped that drive into the second quarter. 10 plays, 82 yards, capped by a 34-yard run for Wellhofer. That made it by a score of 12-0. David Mueller answered with an 82-yard kickoff return for the Ledgers to make it 12-6. The teams have each scored touchdowns in quarter number 3, and here we are in quarter number 4. So big 4th down and 3. Ledgers trying to get a stop here and see if they can get the ball back. Wellhofer gives it off Dietzen. He's up over the left side. He's got the 1st down, and at least it looked like he does have the 1st down. And Kyle Dietzen broke a tackle, had good penetration, but they couldn't stop him. It's a gain of 5 yards and a big 1st down here for Omro. So here are the Ledgers. Now with the ball inside the red zone, down to the 18-yard line. Clock winding, 9 minutes to go. St. Mary Springs trailing by 6. Wellhofer under center is going to keep, tries to cut back. Good penetration, a nice job in there defensively. That was Tom Kaufman getting there in the backfield. He makes the tackle, and looks like it's going to be a 2-yard gain for Wellhofer. And he's up to 164 yards. So what a game here for Ben Wellhofer. Last year, he got it down on the ground last year, though, too, gaining 1,161 yards. And if he has nights like tonight, he's going to be well over that by the time this season is finished. 2nd and 8. Ball down to the 16-yard line. Wellhofer calls out the count, gives it off Dietzen. Dietzen coming around the left side, trying to make the sweep. And he's strung out all the way to the sideline and kept in bounds. Aiden Ottery gets the tackle. And that's going to be a gain down to the 10. So give him 4 yards. Down to the 10. And third down and 2. 3rd and 2. Omro with the ball down at the 10-yard line. So let's see if the Ledger defense can stiffen here. Wellhoffer's going to go. He's going to keep it on the delay. Gets through one side, down inside the 5. And it looks like they're going to stop him down at the 3. Gang tackle down there. It's another first down, the 13th for the Ledgers, or for the Foxes, rather. And they're going to have first down and goal. Looks like the ball down at the 2. So chart 8 more yards unofficially for Wellhoffer. And I'll make it the 4-yard line. And first down and goal. So the Ledgers need to come up with a big stop here as the clock winds midway through the quarter. 7:20 to go. With it inside is Wellhoffer trying to get through, and he's going to be in for the score. Touchdown, Omro, a 4-yard run for Ben Wellhoffer. It's his 3rd touchdown of the game. And it makes the score now, Omro up by 2 scores. Scoreboard shows 24-12 on your Quest Interior scoreboard. And the Foxes are in. They're going to go for 2 once again. 15 first downs unofficially tonight for Omro. In contrast, St. Mary Springs has managed just 4. Wellhoffer under center, looking to go for 2. Man is in motion. Wellhoffer he's going to roll to the right, trying to find the corner. Now he's going to lob into the end zone. The ball's knocked down. Nice job defensively by the Ledger defense to stop the 2-point conversion, but it is Omro getting on the board, making it back to a 2-score lead here with 7 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Our score, Omro 24, St. Mary Springs 12. We'll be back right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Anders Auto Parts is the place to go for quality auto parts and paint. Anders has been serving the Fond du Lac area with automotive parts and paints since 1956. Anders features PPG automotive and industrial paints, quality auto parts, along with an experienced, knowledgeable staff to serve you. Anders is located at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street behind the American Family Office. Call those who know. Call Anders Auto Parts at 920-922-3390.
Greg Zonefeld back with you here on Radio Plus Sports from Ingalls Field in Ripon. 7 minutes, 17 seconds to go, and a big upset is in the works here. Upset alert as Omro leads St. Mary Springs by a score of 24-12. Ledger's back to receive the kickoff. And Ben Wellhoffer has been the guy here. Squib kick bounces to Highland. He fumbles it and now has to retreat all the way back inside the 10. Gets one block, tries to get up the middle, and he's going to be stopped there. Actually had to go inside the 20, and he's going to be stopped there at about the 24-yard line. And it's going to be a long field coming here for St. Mary Springs. Great drive that time by Omro. They started on their own 20 and marched 80 yards to go and take the lead by a score of 24-12. So the Ledgers this time are going to start at their own 16 with 7:11 to go. So 7 minutes, 11 seconds left. Coach Bob Highland's squad beginning the 50th season of his tenure with a big uphill hill to climb here. Give is off to Isaac Highland. They strung it outside and a nice tackle. It's Wellhoffer, the quarterback, who plays linebacker on defense. Strings that one out to the left side. And looks like no gain there for Isaac Highland. Highland's 13th carry has gained 79 yards so far tonight. Most of those coming in the second half, including a 34-yard touchdown run late in the third quarter. But Omro took 6 minutes off the clock on their drive, and that was a big thing. Kept it on the ground and kept the clock moving. 2nd down and 10. Give again is to Highland. Highland up across the 20, and he's going to be ridden down there about the 23, maybe the 20. We'll call it the 22-yard line. And they're going to pick up there. Going to make it a 5-yard gain. 3rd down and 5 to go. And kind of limping off the field there for the Ledgers is one of their wideouts, James Bone. Springs hasn't been able to do very well in the air. Just one completion in 9 tries for 2 yards. Here they go this time. Comes out to Ottery. Ottery is going to get wrapped up as he tries to get away. But it will be a first down as they got the completion up to the 31. So it was a 9-yard gain that time. First catch for Ottery, who, to be honest, we weren't expecting to see play tonight. Early in the week, it looked like he was going to be injured. But Aiden Ottery's been able to get at least some snaps, not at his full strength. But nevertheless, first down, St. Mary's Springs. And their 5th first down of the game, their first one by passing. But no first downs by penalties, just an add-on 15 from a horse collar. That was a big play in the drive that had Omro take a 2-score lead. Pitch comes wide to Mueller. Mueller trying to string it out, gets outside, but the Omro defense is there to really spread it out with him, and they ride him out of bounds. Aiden Meidel among the guys leading the charge there, and they're going to call that no gain for Mueller. So that time, Springs trying to run wide. We see most of the Ledger's runs come up inside. Many of them behind the big fellow over there, Billy Schrouth on the left side. That time they tried to run wide on the left side, but Omro doing a good job of extending the play, moving it outside to make it 2nd down and 10. King under center, coming back to pass now, looking for Summerhill. Comes wide to Ottery. Ottery gets it up to the 35, trying to break a tackle, but he's corralled, holding him on around the ankles. Over there was Cole Henke, the linebacker. And I'm going to call that a 2-yard gain. Second catch for Ottery. And it's now 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7 for the Ledgers. Play coming in with Nate Mueller from the sideline. Big key play here for St. Mary Springs. You got to think, as the clock down to 4 minutes, this is 4-down territory no matter where the Ledgers are. Liam Tucker brings up the line. With the ball under center is Braden King. King takes the snap, drops back to pass. Looking for somewhere to go, trying to dodge the penetration. Stringing out to the left. Now he's going to dump it in the middle and caught. Caught in there by Mueller. He's up across the 40 down to the 44. A 13-yard gain as David Mueller with the catch, his 2nd. Nice job there by Braden King to extend the play, rolling out to the left where it looked like he might be caught. And now with the clock running inside 4-minute mark, Ledgers with the ball at the 44. 24-12 Omro on top right now. Back to pass is King. King looking for somewhere to go. Going to loft it up here. Trying to find Ottery. He has Ottery inside the 35. Brought down at the 33-yard line. A 21-yard gain. A 21-yard pass play and first down for the Ledgers. And Aiden Ottery that time going up high to catch that one. So the Ledgers now with the ball at the 31-yard line. Clock stopped 3:22 and now moving. They're quickly up out of the huddle. King under center. Looking for somewhere to go. He's going to go back to pass once again. Looking across the field. Ball is tipped and caught by Ottery. Almost intercepted, but Ottery able to get that one in. That's a gain of 5. And that's 5 straight completions here for the Ledgers in the pass game with the clock running inside 3 minutes. Looking a little bit unorganized as they try to get the play call. And now they're rushing up to the line. Inside 3 minutes to go on your Quest Interior scoreboard. King again under center. Looks left, one receiver each way. Back to pass, going to lob it up to this side. Trying to get Ottery. Ottery had it! Had it inside the 10-yard line, but a great defensive play by Cade Statura. Going to catch up and knock that out of bounds, knock that out of the hands of Ottery. Looked like he had it, but Statura with good makeup speed was able to knock that down and have that pass fall incomplete. So that breaks a string of 5 straight completions for Braden King. And the clock is stopped. 2:37 to go. Ledgers on the move. The ball at the 20, at their 26-yard line of Omro, but the clock shows just 2:37 to go, and the Ledgers are down 2 scores, 24-12. You can see Aiden Ottery is not the normal speedster he is when healthy. Looking to run the route, and there's a sack! Coming right smack dab up the middle for Omro is Peyton Ropke, and he's going to sack the quarterback, Braden King, for a loss. That's going to go back there to the 33-yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th down. First sack we've seen either way, and now it's 4th and 11. And that was a 7-yard loss for Braden King as he was sacked. And the clock down just about to 2 minutes to go. 4th down, and I should say 12. 7-yard loss off that one. Back to, and we're going to get a penalty. And we get a false start on the Ledgers, and the false start is going to come on the wide receiver out high here. Only good news is that that stops the clock. 4th penalty on the Ledgers for 30 yards, and that's going to take 4th down and 12 and make it 4th down and 17. And they're going to wind the clock. So here comes the play. Ottery coming in, clock winding inside 2 minutes. Ledgers with the ball at the 38. They need to get all the way down to the 21. Coming out of the huddle here, not really showing a ton of urgency. And maybe it's a learning experience, definitely a learning experience for this young team. Back to pass is King. Here comes Dietzen on the sack, and he has him down. The sack is there to midfield. It's another loss of 12 yards, and that's going to be a change of possession as Kyle Dietzen coming up big with the sack. The Ledgers had driven the ball all the way down to the 25, and now Omro is going to take over on downs at midfield. 2 big sacks in the last 3 plays by Kyle Dietzen, and Omro is going to take over on the 49-yard line, and we might just see them kneel it down because 1:29 to go on your Quest Interior scoreboard. And Omro leading 24-12. Wellhofer under center. He's going to keep it and run it right up in the middle. He's going to gain 1 yard. He's up to 177 yards on 25 carries. Clock winding down. Just over 1 minute to go. And the Omro Foxes, who last year fell 31-0 to St. Mary Springs, is going to avenge that loss. And the 2-time defending state champion Ledgers are going to go down in their season opener for the 2nd year in a row. This time, a conference game. That's all they're going to play this year is the Wisconsin Flyweight Conference schedule. And Omro serving notice early here that they're going to be somebody to beat. Wellhofer trying to run inside. Got loose up across midfield down to the 45 before he's tackled there by Nate Mueller. So a gain of 6. And it's going to be 3rd down and 3. And the clock down to 30 seconds. And play's going to come in, and that's going to be one more play here. And we may just see Omro and Coach Dave Wellhofer see if they just down this one. Son Ben is the quarterback looking back at the clock. No play clock out here. Comes to Wellhofer. He's just going to take a run. He's going to dive down at the 45 for no gain. And that is going to be our last play of the game. And great amounts of celebration on the far side for the Omro Foxes fans and the Omro Foxes players as the Foxes come here to Ripon to take on St. Mary Springs, the 2-time defending state champions. And Omro comes away tonight with a victory by a score of 24-12. 6th ranked in the WIS Sports poll to begin the year that were the Foxes. The Ledgers rated number 1. And it's the Foxes who are coming here and getting the victory. Omro doing their celebrating teams. Do we shake hands or not in a COVID time? Just waving at each other and going from there. So once again tonight, a big play, big game. And we're going to get up, fill you in on everything that happened here as we get ready for our Anders Auto post-game show coming your way right after this. Once again, our final score on the Quest Interior scoreboard, Omro 24, St. Mary Springs 12. We'll be back on Radio Plus Sports right after this.
Taco Bell's quesalupa is back with its cheese-stuffed shell. Whoa! But there's nothing worse than overhype.
Here it is.
So we'll skip the speeches and the influencers.
Hello?
Cut the fanfare.
Man.
And the pyro.
Man.
So don't hold on to your seats. We're just here to tell you the quesalupa's cheese-stuffed shell is back, and we think you'll like it.
Winnebago. Winnebago.
Winnebago Lutheran Academy is different than most high schools.
We have a wide variety of activities to get involved throughout WLA.
The teachers are always willing to help and want us to succeed.
The atmosphere at school makes you feel safe and welcome.
Tuition may seem expensive, but we are part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program.
The most important aspect of WLA is the Christian education that is offered.
Come join our family. Visit us at WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
Team on top of the game for screen printing, custom awards, signage, and embroidery is Hoppers. Hoppers Silk Screen and All-Star Trophy, located in the heart of Fond du Lac, can custom print to 1 shirt or 1,000. Pick from Under Armour, Gildan, Nike, and more. Choose your school for a custom one-of-a-kind look. Need banners, signage, or vehicle wrap? The team at Hoppers does it all. Hoppers Silk Screen and All-Star Trophy at the corner of Main and Merrill, Fond du Lac. Get more now at hopperware.com. That's hopperware.com.
If you're an aspiring nurse, why worry more than you already have to about getting into the nursing school of your choice? At Marian University, we're on ground and there's no wait list, just the guarantee of clinical placements. We have bountiful financial aid for transfers and a tuition that's the lowest among Wisconsin's private colleges and universities. Become the next aspiring nurse to experience how efficient attending Marian University can be. Apply today at marianuniversity.edu.
Hey, I'm Kat, alternative sports junkie and champion sturgeon wrestler. I do a lot of crazy things. So when I apply for a loan, it needs to be easy. That's why I choose Fond du Lac Credit Union.
Apply online with Fond du Lac Credit Union.
You need help?
Hi everyone, I'm Josh Schneider with Silica for Your Home. We get innovative products in every day at Silica. I think one of the coolest things we have right now is something we don't even sell, our new digital price tags. We know you're busy, so these tags do the shopping for you. They search the internet twice a day, and if they find a product at a lower price, it automatically changes the Silica price. Shop Silica for the best sales, service, and pricing every day. So come on in and check them out. We hope to see you soon.
It is a great time to sell. To see interest rates as affordable as they are, home values are still on the rise, but consistent. And if you thought your house wasn't worth listing for sale, I think you need to think twice about it and get a consultation from one of our agents. We do have a free service where we come out and we take a look at your house and we tell you what we think it would sell for. Knowing what your house is worth is very important, but knowing what your goals are even more important. And we would like to sit down and talk more about your story, about why you're selling, and then finding out what we think it should sell for.
Zonefeld back with you here on Radio Plus Sports as we get set here for our Anders Auto postgame show. And tonight, the final score here was a bit of an upset as the Omro Foxes knock off the St. Mary Springs Ledgers by a score of 24-12. Omro got the score going with some points off turnovers. A muff punt by the Ledgers was recovered by Omro at the 14-yard line, and they took 4 plays before quarterback Ben Wellhofer crashed in for a 2-yard touchdown, and the kick was blocked, and it was Omro leading 6-0 with 8 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in quarter number 1. Foxes got the ball back after several 3-and-outs with the Ledgers and drove the ball from late in the first quarter into early in the second quarter, 10 plays for 82 yards. And at the 9:40 mark of quarter number 2, it was Ben Wellhofer from 34 yards out with a nifty touchdown run, cut through the middle, went down the right side, and plowed his way into the end zone. The 2-point attempt failed, and it was Omro leading by a score of 12-0. That score did not last for long as David Mueller of the Ledgers, the senior, took the kickoff and went 82 yards to have the lead at the 9:26 mark, and our score was 12-6. And that was where we were at halftime. In the second half, Omro came out early, and the teams kind of traded possessions, Ledgers with a penalty issue. And then Omro put together an 8-play, 64-yard drive, aided by a 15-yard penalty and some nice running. And they got the ball down inside the 5-yard line, down to the 1. And Kyle Dietzen, the 6-foot, 250-pound senior, plowed in from 1 yard out, and it was an 18-6 lead for Omro. St. Mary Springs answered late in the third quarter. 5-play, 50-yard drive, the key play being Isaac Highland, 5'11", 175-pound junior running back, at a nice 34-yard run to pay dirt. Cut it through the middle, nice blocking up front, and once he got in the secondary, he was gone, and it was 18-12. That with 1:06 to go in quarter number 3. But Omro got the ball back and took their time with a 6-minute drive, 8 plays, 80 yards from their own 20. And at the end, it was Ben Wellhofer getting his 3rd touchdown in the game with 7:17 to go, this time from 4 yards out. And the lead was doubled once again. It was 24-12 Omro. Springs got the ball back, had a couple opportunities, put a few first downs together when they went in the air late in the game, but could not get back on the board. The ball was turned over on downs late, and with a minute and a half to go, Omro ran out the clock, and the Foxes and Coach Dave Wellhofer getting the win tonight by a score of 24-12. Take a look at some of the statistics that we have for you. Omro unofficially 41 carries, 245 yards. They got 27 yards in the air, and for 272 total yards for Omro on the night. Unofficially, the Foxes with 15 first downs. As for St. Mary Springs, yards kind of hard to come by until the second half. In the first half, the Ledgers managed just 40 yards total. They got 94 in the second half, 26 carries for 82 yards overall. That number went down a bit with some sacks, and they did pick up 52 yards passing, 50 of those coming in the last drive. 134 total yards for the Ledgers. They finished with 7 first downs. Penalties, 4 for the Ledgers for a total of 30 yards, and 3 penalties for 25 yards for Omro. Taking a look at some of the individual numbers, first of all, for St. Mary Springs, Braden King, the quarterback, completed 6 passes and 15 attempts, no interceptions, total of 52 yards. Aiden Ottery, the top target, 4 catches for 37. David Mueller, 2 for 15. On the ground, Isaac Highland, 14 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown. David Mueller, 6 totes for 20. Braden King, 6 totes for minus 22, including 2 late sacks, which went in by Kyle Dietzen. Again, the big kickoff return, 82 yards for Mueller. So David Mueller, 2 kickoff returns, 122 yards, including that big one, or 102 yards rather, including that big one. For Omro, tonight, Ben Wellhofer, the quarterback, was the story of the game for the Foxes. Threw the ball 8 times, completed 5 with an interception for 27 yards, but that wasn't the story. The story is what he did on the ground. 27 carries, 183 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Kyle Dietzen, the big fella in the backfield, 12 carries, 50 yards. Henke did have 2 carries for 12 yards. Our BCI Burke play of the game, we're going to go back to that big run in the second quarter by Ben Wellhofer. The game was close, 6-0, and that was a big run as Wellhofer broke through for a 34-yard touchdown run. That made it 12-0 early, and that kind of set the tone in that 82-yard drive that Omro was going to be here to stay. And so our BCI Burke play of the game comes from Ben Wellhofer, that 34-yard run. Our Marion University player of the game, we're going to stick with Ben Wellhofer. The boy had a night tonight. His dad is the coach, and dad and son are going to go home happy tonight. Lots to talk about tonight. The 5'9", 185-pound senior with, again, as I said, through tonight for 27 yards, but on the ground, 27 carries, 183 yards. So our Marion University player of the game tonight is Ben Wellhofer. So first night of action here in Flyweight Conference play. We have 4 of the 5 scores for you. In the early games tonight, Ripon beat North Fond du Lac 41-16. Mayville over Laconia 27-0. The late games tonight over in Kewaskum, Winnebago Lutheran Academy over Waupun 44-13. And here at Ingalls Field, our final score tonight, Omro 24 and St. Mary Springs 12. Big shout out to all the sponsors tonight. We want to thank you for sponsoring this high school football game here on Radio Plus Sports. We're going to have more action. Some of you watched maybe on the other YouTube channel tonight, a big win for the Fondy Cardinals. They roll up 63 points in their first game of the year. But here in Ripon, the Ledgers fall short to start the season, losing by a score of 24-12. For our cameraman, Ron, and Colby, our engineer here tonight, this has been Greg Zonefeld with you on Radio Plus Sports. Once again, tonight's final, Omro 24, St. Mary Springs 12. Thanks for watching.
Come and grow with Burke. We are a company on the move and are looking for great people that want to grow with us. Hi, I'm Mike Phelan, President and CEO at Burke, a local company that creates quality and innovative playground equipment. Our team maintains a culture of enthusiasm, innovation, and customer service. We are currently looking for full-time first and third shift manufacturing employees. Burke offers a competitive wage and benefits package, on-the-job training, and a signing bonus. Learn more about our open positions at bciburke.com. That's bciburke.com.
Dr. Shane Bauer of Bauer Chiropractic for progressive and traditional chiropractic care. If you're in pain, Bauer Chiropractic offers unique ways to provide relief for many types of pain and conditions. New to this area is MLS Class 4 cold laser therapy, which can be very effective with treating many nagging injuries such as plantar fasciitis, tennis elbow, shoulder pain, knee pain, and many others. Pain relief and prevention are 2 reasons to see Dr. Shane Bauer at 355 North Peters Avenue, Fond du Lac, or log on BauerChiroFDL.com.
Signature Homes was founded about 25 years ago. Shortly after we started our real estate business, we realized there was a need for new construction. So many times we're out showing property to buyers and they aren't finding what they're looking for. And if we can't find them what they're looking for, we need to have another option. And so we started to customize homes and really make them specific to the customer's needs. That model has grown over the years. We started with building just a few homes and now we're building 30, 35 homes a year. We have showrooms in all of our locations. If you just want to walk in and learn more about our building company, we can do that.
Are you missing out on what should be the best times of your life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. What if I told you I have the solution to your problem?
Hi, my name is Kelly. I was treated at the New Medical Center for a torn meniscus. I received regenerative medicine 12 weeks ago. Before the injection, I could barely walk, chase my grandson, go up and down steps, or get in and out of my truck. Now I can do it all with no problems. My pain is zero. And I would recommend anybody with a torn meniscus to seek this therapy.
If you suffer from debilitating joint pain, learn how regenerative medicine with stem cells can get you back to living your best life. 160 Gateway Drive in Waupun.
Call New Medical Center for Regenerative Medicine, 920-249-8757. That's 920-249-8757.
Your health is our mission.
Hey, I'm Kat, alternative sports junkie and champion sturgeon wrestler. I do a lot of crazy things. So when I apply for a loan, it needs to be easy. That's why I choose Fond du Lac Credit Union.
Apply online with Fond du Lac Credit Union.
You need help?
Hi everyone, I'm Josh Schneider with Silica for Your Home. We get innovative products in every day at Silica. I think one of the coolest things we have right now is something we don't even sell, our new digital price tags. We know you're busy, so these tags do the shopping for you. They search the internet twice a day, and if they find a product at a lower price, it automatically changes the Silica price. Shop Silica for the best sales, service, and pricing every day. So come on in and check them out. We hope to see you soon.
March Mania at Holiday is your ticket to save with beefy cash incentives on Buick and GMC favorites.
Score slam dunk savings.
Get more for your trade, plus an exceptional buying experience.
Discover the difference at Holiday Automotive Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Drive inspired in the 3-row Mazda CX-9, now $349 per month with 0 down.
Get more Mazda for your money and more for your trade, plus an exceptional buying experience.
Discover the difference at Holiday Mazda Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Come and grow with Burke. We are a company on the move and are looking for great people that want to grow with us. Hi, I'm Mike Phelan, President and CEO at Burke, a local company that creates quality and innovative playground equipment. Our team maintains a culture of enthusiasm, innovation, and customer service. We are currently looking for full-time first and third shift manufacturing employees. Burke offers a competitive wage and benefits package, on-the-job training, and a signing bonus. Learn more about our open positions at bciburke.com. That's bciburke.com.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we believe in happy accidents, like in 1964, when a Buffalo, New York restaurant owner accidentally bought chicken wings instead of chicken necks. The 60s were a crazy time. Well, decades later, and the mistake turned masterpiece is now at Pizza Ranch. Introducing our new traditional and boneless chicken wings, tossed in our signature sauces. 2 more ways to get the country's best chicken available for carryout and delivery. Maybe it wasn't an accident after all, just delicious fate. Pizza Ranch.
Anders Auto Parts is the place to go for quality auto parts and paint. Anders has been serving the Fond du Lac area with automotive parts and paints since 1956. Anders features PPG automotive and industrial paints, quality auto parts, along with an experienced, knowledgeable staff to serve you. Anders is located at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street behind the American Family Office. Call those who know. Call Anders Auto Parts at 920-922-3390.
At Airtech Heating, we are all excited for sunshine and warmer temperatures, and we want to do whatever it takes to